Okay, so here I would like to tell first about law of independent assortment, because on that our linkage topic is dependent. In that linkage we have various points. So this point is was remaining law of independent assortment. So we have studied law of segregation. Yes or no? Law of segregation and law of independent assortment are both responsible for gamete formation. During gamete formation both laws are applicable. दोन्ही लॉज गॅमेट फॉर्मेशनच्या वेळेस आपण स्टडी करू शकतो. With the help of suitable example, we can study law of independent assortment, law of segregation. How we will discuss this with one example which includes 3 different genes. If 3 genes are responsible, which are controlling 3 characters, according to Mendel, each gene is controlling 1 character. So here we have one gene A who is responsible for height character. B gene is there who is controlling color character, and D gene is there who is controlling shape character. Are you getting my point? These are characters and these are genes who are controlling these characters. Each character have 2 forms. One form is dominant and another form is recessive form. Dominant form, recessive form. Dominant form and recessive form. What would be the dominant form of height? Tallness. And recessive form? Dwarfness. Color dominant form you can say colored or you can say red, and recessive form white. And shape dominant form you can say angular and round. So what are these forms of character and which are decided by gene? So to decide the form, gene has alleles. Each gene have 2 alleles. So we can write this condition in the form of, okay, with the example we will discuss. 3 genes we have which are controlling 3 different characters. Gene controls character, but alleles of gene control form of character. Already we have studied this in more detail. आपण खूप बोललेलो आहे याच्याबद्दल, काही लिमिटच नाही त्याला. So we have parents here whose genotype is like this. Now you tell me the phenotype from this genotype. What will be the phenotype? This is genotype. Tall, having red flower and having angular shaped seeds. So this is phenotype of this plant, which is one of the parent, you can say dominant parent. If you cross this parent with this parent, what will be the phenotype of this parent? Here parents the phenotype dwarf, having white flowers and round shaped seeds. These are 2 parents. This is homozygous condition for each gene. Both alleles for that gene are in homozygous condition, and dominant condition. Here also same case, here also same case. In this scenario, this gene is homozygous, this gene is also homozygous, this gene also homozygous, but they are in recessive form. So if you create or shows gametes will be ABD, BDA, ADB, it does not matter. Gamete will be of only one type. So if you write in this way, it will be okay. If you write in this way, it will be okay, but you need not to write in this way. So if you show gametes like this, असंच गॅमेट असणार आहे तेच मग तुम्ही असं लिहिलं तरी काय प्रॉब्लेम नाही, असेल तरी काय प्रॉब्लेम नाही. मेनी गॅमेट्स आर प्रोड्युस्ड बाय दॅट ऑर्गॅनिझम बट ऑल गॅमेट्स विल बी ऑफ वन टाईप. इकडं काय आहे, अशीच कंडिशन असणार आहे गॅमेट्सची कंडिशन. आणि इफ यू युनाइट बोथ दिस गॅमेट्स, what will be the result? This will be the condition. Who is this? F1 generation, correct. F1 generation. So here we are going to discuss about what will be the phenotype of F1 generation. काय असेल phenotype? Tall plant having red flower and angular shaped seeds. You have to write here about the phenotype of this F1 generation. घाई नाही करायची, तुम्हाला मांडायचं तुम्हाला जे काही येते. So here we have 3 genes, here we have F1 generation, and if you cross F1 plant with F1 plant, this type of cross will be considered as trihybrid. Yes or no? Trihybrid cross. So you can do trihybrid cross in 2 ways. If you take that F1 generation here, if you take F1 generation here, we are interested in studying law of independent assortment. So these are F1 generations acting as parent. So here we are going to see which type of F1 generation, which type of gametes can be produced by this gene. So there is formula 2 raised to n. N indicates heterozygote, number of heterozygotic genes. How many heterozygotic genes are there? 1, 2 and 3. So 2 raised to 3 you can write here. 2 into 2 into 2 is equal to 8. So here is one condition where you will find 8 type of gametes should get produced. So how 8 different types of gametes are produced? It is dependent on during gamete formation, law of segregation plus law of independent assortment. Both laws are working here. Due to law of segregation, what will happen? The both alleles of this gene A, will get separated. Law of segregation says that alleles of gene get separated from each other during gamete formation. So during gamete formation is bottom line. हे actual आपलं target आहे. During gamete formation, alleles of particular gene get separated. So each of the allele of particular gene is getting separated. Listen carefully. Each allele of particular gene is getting separated and getting united together in one gamete. Means what? If you write combination of different gametes, आता मी तर gamete लिहितो, मग तुम्हाला कळलं मला काय म्हणायचं. The combination or possibilities are like this. This is one type of gamete. You can write this way. This is another possibility. This is third possibility. This is fourth possibility. Fifth possibility will be this. Sixth possibility, this one. Seventh possibility, this one. And eighth possibility. So if you notice, here we have 8 gametes. This is one gamete, this is another gamete, this is third gamete, fourth gamete, fifth, sixth, 7, 8. 8 different types of gametes we have. Because alleles of particular gene after getting separated unite with another allele of different gene. हा एका जीनचा ॲलेल आहे आणि हे दोन दुसऱ्या आणि तिसऱ्या जीनचे ॲलेल आहेत. हा कॅपिटल बी कंपल्सरी तुम्हाला कॅपिटल ए बरोबर आणि कॅपिटल डी बरोबर दिसत नाही. ॲसॉर्टमेंट मीन्स व्हॉट? independent assortment means what? First try to understand. Assortment means grouping, and independent means not dependence. If this capital B allele is going in one gamete along with capital A and capital D, the possibility is like this also. So this B allele is not resisting. असं म्हणत नाही तो की मला कॅपिटल डी बरोबरच जाईल, मी स्मॉल डी बरोबर जाणार नाही, असं कधी होत नाही. सो ड्यू टू दिस लॉ ऑफ सेग्रिगेशन म्हणजे सेपरेशन ऑफ ॲलेल फ्रॉम इच अदर. वन्स ॲलेल गेट सेपरेटेड दे गेट युनायटेड टुगेदर अलॉंग विथ अदर्स जीन्स ॲलेल्स. दुसऱ्या जीनच्या ॲलेल बरोबर युनाईट होतात. समजते का मी काय म्हणते? असं आहे म्हणूनच 8 प्रकारचे गॅमेट तयार झालेले आहेत इन इक्वल प्रोपोर्शन. इक्वल प्रोपोर्शनमध्ये ह्यात कमी नाही कोण आणि जास्त पण नाही कोण. इक्वल प्रोपोर्शनमध्ये 8 पैकी तुम्हाला दिसेल की प्रत्येकाचं प्रोपोर्शन इक्वल आहे. असं कधी होत नाही की हे कमी प्रमाणात. दिस विल नेवर हॅपन. दीज आर लेस अँड दीज आर मोर इन नंबर. all gametes will be in equal proportion because law of independent assortment. assortment म्हणजे काय? हे गॅमेट आहे, ह्याच्यात ते ग्रुप तयार झालेलं आहे. हे ग्रुपिंग इंडिपेंडंट आहे, कुठल्याच ॲलेलचं दुसऱ्या ॲलेलवर कंपल्शन नाही आहे. दिस इक्वल प्रोपोर्शन is visible when there is no linkage. जेव्हा त्याच्यात लिंकेज नसेल तेव्हा. मीन्स ऑन क्रोमोझोम you can say A gene is located here, B gene is located here, and D gene is located here. All these 3 genes are located apart from each other. That's why they can show the crossing over which is already we have studied. इथं तुम्ही क्रॉसिंग ओव्हर स्टडी केलेला आहे मागच्या लेक्चरमध्ये, नाही केला? क्रॉसिंग ओव्हर इज पॉसिबल, येस ऑर नो? So due to crossing over you have different combinations available here. But what will happen if genes are located very close to each other? समजा इथं A gene आहे आणि इथं जे ॲलेल इकडे. We are talking about this parent. होमोलोगस क्रोमोझोम मधले नॉन सिस्टर क्रोमॅटिड्स बद्दल चर्चा झालेली. हियर वी हॅव जीन बी and here we have gene D. What will happen? Crossing over chances in this area are very less and crossing over chances in this area is very high. If genes are very close situated together, then there is, you can say, linkage is present. And this linkage interferes with independent assortment. Are you getting or not? Independent assortment राहत नाही इथं, डिपेंडंट assortment राहते. डिपेंडंट म्हणजे this capital B will always go with capital A only. In every gamete you will find capital B is always with capital A only because there is no possibility of crossing over, so no recombination, no new combination. If this condition is there, you can say, if this condition is there, 8 gametes which we have seen just will not be produced. Only limited type of gamete will be produced like this. मैं तुम्हाला असंच लिहायला लागेल. A, B, D एक प्रकारचा गॅमेट तयार होईल. ड्यू टू दिस कंडिशन आय एम सीइंग, you will have A, B, D, you have A, B, D and A, B and D. Only 4 type of gametes can be produced. Why? When linkage is present, only these 4 type of gamete can be produced in more number. Very less chance of production of 8 different types of gametes is there. खूप कमी chance है. This type of gametes will produce in more number because of holiday, because of linkage. Linkage आहे म्हणून इथं कळालं का मी काय बोलतोय? Linkage creates problem for production of different 8 type of gamete in trihybrid cross. बरोबर. but you can utilize this linkage concept to create gene map. This type of condition is very helpful to identify order of gene. In human being we have 46 chromosomes. Each chromosome consists gene. How you can determine at which chromosome which gene is located at which location? Arrangement of chromosome on the basis of their centromere and size we have seen karyotype. And if you deduce the location of each and every gene on those chromosomes, it is considered as idiotype. Then how can you calculate or how can you find location of each gene? So first of all you have to understand law of segregation, means separation of allele will definitely take place, but law of independent assortment will not work if linkage is present. If no linkage, then law of independent assortment can work efficiently. कळाले का नाही कळाले? कळालं असेल तुम्हाला. जीन एकमेकापासून लांब असतील तर त्यांच्यामध्ये क्रॉसिंग ओव्हर होईल. आता हे लिंकेज मध्ये लिंकेज कंडिशन असेल, इफ लिंकेज इज देअर, if linkage is there, then we have very less chance of crossing over. Already in previous lecture we have studied crossing over takes place. Now you tell me at which stage of cell cycle crossing over takes place? During gamete formation, first of all gamete forms in mitosis or meiosis? Meiosis. In meiosis you have meiosis 1, meiosis 2. In meiosis 1 we have prophase 1. In prophase 1 you have 5 stages. And during which stage? पॅचिडिन डिप्लोटिन कंडिशनला आपल्याला क्रॉसिंग ओव्हर बघायला भेटतं. बट लिंकेज असेल तर क्रॉसिंग ओव्हर तिथं दिसत नाही तुम्हाला. कसं दिसेल? आणि अनलेस अँड अंटिल क्रॉसिंग ओव्हर is not there, recombination cannot take place. When crossing over takes place, then only recombination can be possible. Are you getting my point? Crossing over takes place, recombination will happen. If no crossing over takes place, no recombination can be possible. So linkage is inversely proportional to recombination, you can say. This is simple logic. Linkage is inversely proportional to recombination. Yes or no? Linkage is inversely proportional to crossing over, but crossing over is directly proportional to recombination. More crossing over, more recombination. Yes or no? No. नाही ना? बरोबर आहे ना? क्रॉसिंग ओव्हर झाल्याशिवाय रिकॉम्बिनेशन कसं होईल? मी हो म्हणतोय म्हणून हो नका म्हणू. ओके, आता कीपिंग दिस कन्सेप्ट इन माइंड ऑफ लिंकेज, इफ यू हॅव वन डेटा, ते प्रॉब्लेम दाखवा बरं कालचं. तुम्हाला दिलेलं नाही, वर्ग सॉल्व्ह केलेला आपण. त्यातले अल्फाबेट चांगले आहेत. कोणतं आहे? दाखव तुझी वही. कोणता प्रॉब्लेम लिहितो तुम्ही? हेच ना? हाच प्रॉब्लेम आहे ना? हां. आता आपण एक प्रॉब्लेम बघू. हाऊ लिंकेज विल हेल्प अस टू फाइंड आउट जीन ऑर्डर. हां, huh.
So we can consider that linkage?
Yes, if there is very less distance. Very less distance means crossing over cannot possible. Accidentally if crossing over takes place, then तुम्हाला तिथे रिकॉम्बिनेशन बघायला भेटेल, पण त्याचे चान्सेस खूप कमी आहेत. That's why you will find the gametes which are produced after crossing over are in less proportion. अजिबात तयार होत नाही असं नाही, होतात, खूप थोड्या प्रमाणात तयार होतात असं म्हणतोय मी. सो व्हेन आय से, हे आपण थोड्या वेळात बघू. व्हेन आय से क्रॉसिंग ओव्हर, there are two types of crossing over: single crossing over and double crossing over. Single crossing over chances are more as compared to double crossing over. Means what? You have homologous chromosome in which you have gene A, gene B and gene D. The crossing over of single crossover is more. These are two crossing overs, double crossing over as compared to double crossing over. That's it. एवढंच लक्षात ठेवा तुम्ही फक्त. क्रॉसिंग ओव्हर क्रिएट्स रिकॉम्बिनेशन आपण आताच बोललेलं आहे. सो क्रॉसिंग ओव्हर होते का नाही किंवा लिंकेज आहे का नाही यासाठी आपण एक प्रॉब्लेम घेऊ. व्हेन यू कन्सिडर थ्री जीन्स, when you consider three genes means it is known as 3-point test cross. 3 point first of 3 genes for 3 point. You are willing to find out the order of gene with the help of 3-point test cross. So test cross when you take recessive parent along with F1 generation hybrid is test cross. So we have our F1 generation hybrid. We have just seen how from where this F1 generation hybrid came. आताच बघितलं आपण. We have recessive parent. So we know possibilities of production of 8 different types of gametes. 8 different types of gametes च्या possibilities. इथं आपण म्हणू शकतो की 8 gametes तयार झालेले आहेत आणि इथं किती possibility आहेत? Only one type of gamete can be produced. After formation of gametes, you have to show combination of this gamete with this gamete and phenotype. सो आता हे एक्झाम्पल मी काल जे घेतलं होतं ते परत एकदा घेतो. बघू नोटबुक. डोळ्यात गेलं काहीतरी. कोणतं हे 1800 वालं. हेच ना. सो कन्सिडरिंग RBD, considering these three genes controlling 3 different characters. I am not going into detail about which character it controls, but you have to remember each gene have dominant allele and recessive allele. This gene will have dominant allele, recessive allele. This gene will have dominant allele and recessive allele. So each gene have dominant and recessive allele. Recessive allele will reflect recessive phenotype, dominant allele will reflect dominant phenotype. So using these alphabets we will discuss how you can calculate gene map. So for this I am going to write here a data. हे खालचंच ना. or you can rather directly पहिल्यांदा मी लिहून घेतो. तुम्ही पण माझ्याबरोबर लिहून घेतलं तरी चालेल. थोरात नव्हती ना काल. येत जावं, अवघड विषय चाललेला आहे इथे. So these are the gametes which are produced by the parent having gene RBD. These are 8 different types of gametes. Yes or no? If you combine 8 different types of gametes with this recessive parent, you have combination. So instead of writing again combination, I will directly put each allele here at this location for each gamete. So how will it look? बरोबर ना. कळते का मी काय म्हणतो? Ask me questions why you are writing such way. तुम्ही विचारत जाय मला. हाला हा म्हणतं. पण आता मी सांगितलं तुम्हाला की कुठून आले ते रिसेसिव्ह पॅरेंट जो त्याचे गॅमेट आपण युनाइट केले तर तुम्हाला हे जे मागाशी लिहिलं ते इथं लिहायला लागलं असतं. हे त्यापेक्षा इथंच लिहिलं आहे मी. पण त्याचा आपल्याला एक फिनोटाईप दिसेल पॉप्युलेशनमध्ये. तो फिनोटाईपचा एक टोटल तुम्हाला भेटेल ती टोटल मी इथं लिहितो. 105, 750, 40, 4, 753. पाठ झालं का तुमचं? 41, 102. बापरे. So we have this data. From this data you can directly, if they ask you from given data, first question will be find out order of gene. What do you mean by order of gene? Sequence of gene. Which gene is present in center? Out of these 3 genes, which gene will be in center? I have written R, B, D, considering R at 1 number, B at 2nd number, D at 3rd number. But on chromosome, on a typical chromosome, we have centromere. How should I write like this? Should I write like this? Or should I write like this? बरोबर ना? तेच झालं. किंवा असं लिहू मी. Which is the possibility? Which gene is at center? First of all, we have to find this. This is very easy. First of all, you have to see which progeny is more in number. कोणती प्रोजेनी? these are progenies. These are not in F2 generation condition. F2 नाही म्हणू शकत त्याला. प्रोजेनी म्हणजे काय? पुढची पिढी. टेस्ट क्रॉसची पुढची जी प्रोजेनी क्रिएट झालेली आहे त्याच्यामध्ये सगळ्यात जास्त नंबर कोणता आहे? 753. This one 753, and again you have 750 also. So out of these 2, always go for dominant. Don't go for recessive. You can take recessive also. It will not create any difference. But we have these 2 which are more in number. If you see carefully, our F1 generations genotype was like this for tri-hybrid cross, and recessive parent genotype like this. So they look like parent. So for this they are considered as parental type, PT, parental type. But remaining 6 are non-parental type. So we have 6 NP and 2P, 2 parental and 6 non-parental. These non-parental are very helpful for further practice. But let's see the order of gene we are seeing here. सगळ्यात जास्त कुठले बघितले? सगळ्यात कमी कुठले? 4 is very less in number, 5 is very less in number. So those are very less in number are the product of double crossover. What do you mean by double crossover? You must have studied. You have understood what is double crossover. 2-time crossing over taken place between genes. Double crossover चे product कमी आहे because possibility of double crossing over is less. So if you look this double crossover, you will find capital R, capital B and small d. This double crossover shows small r, small b and capital D, which means along with these 2 small letter, 1 capital is present. Along with this 2 capital, 1 small is present, which indicates on this chromosome R, D, B is the condition. R, D, B condition आहे. Instead of writing chromosome, you can directly draw one line where you can say R, D, B is the condition. बरोबर? But you still don't know whether D is present closer to R or closer to B, because there is a linkage. ते क्लिअर आहे. लिंकेज असल्यामुळे चेंजेस जास्त नाही आहेत म्हणून पॅरेंटल जास्त बघायला भेटतात. पण तुम्हाला माहित नाही की डी आरच्या जवळ आहे का बीच्या जवळ आहे. यू डोंट नो वेदर डी इज प्रेझेंट क्लोजर टू आर और क्लोजर टू बी. फॉर दिस you will have to do further calculation, but we have solved one problem here. We have found out the order of gene we have written order of gene like this way. Because of this order, you can say if crossing over takes place, this is single crossing over, this is another single crossing over, combination we can say double crossing over. So due to double crossing over, we have small r, capital D, small b, capital R, small d, capital B. So because of this, we have this condition, double crossing over, which are very less in number. Because of crossing over, double crossing over, we have this condition. आलं लक्षात तुमच्या, डबल क्रॉसिंग ओव्हर कंपॅरिझन विथ पॅरेंट हेल्प अस टू फाइंड आउट जीन ऑर्डर. हे झालं पहिला पॉईंट. देन वी आर गोइंग टू फाइंड आउट वेदर डी इज लोकेटेड क्लोजर टू आर or closer to B. So how you can find out? आता झालं, हे झालं ऑर्डर. डिस्टन्स बिटवीन genes is the second problem. How you can find out the distance between two genes? We have three genes here, R, B and D. So first we will calculate distance between R and B. R आणि B मधलं डिस्टन्स तुम्ही काउंट करण्यासाठी तुम्हाला फ्रॉम दिस गिवन डेटा यू हॅव टू गो विच पोझिशन कॅपिटल R इज प्रेझेंट अँड विच पोझिशन कॅपिटल B इज प्रेझेंट. How many position small r is there? How many position capital B is present? So from data, tell me how many positions are there where capital R is with small b, small r is with capital B. किती इथं? 4 locations. Here 1, 2, 3, 4. So by taking this value, कोणत्या व्हॅल्यू घ्यायच्यात? 105 प्लस 40 प्लस 140 41 प्लस 102. टोटल किती येते यांची? टोटल काढायची. यांची टोटल किती होती? 1800. सो टोटल इज 1800.
We can consider that single crossovers are different, progenies are different from parent.
येस, पॅरेंट जिनोटाईप अँड सिंगल क्रॉसओव्हर डबल क्रॉसओव्हर यांचं डिफरन्स राहणारच ना.
नाही, जे सिंगल क्रॉसओव्हरचं जे प्रोजेनी आहे ती पॅरेंटल से डिफरंट असेल.
हां, पॅरेंटपेक्षा थोडं वेगळं दिसणार ना. पॅरेंटमध्ये एकतर तुम्हाला तीनही कॅरेक्टर बघायला भेटतील किंवा एक पण कॅरेक्टर बघायला भेटणार नाही. प्रोजेनी विच विल शो ओनली वन कॅरेक्टर इज रिकॉम्बिनंट. प्रोजेनी विच हॅज 2 characters इज रिकॉम्बिनंट. Combination of character, there are 3 genes. Either 2 genes are dominant, 1 gene is recessive, recombinant. First gene is dominant, third gene is dominant, second gene is in recessive, recombinant. Because of this we have this data. And these are the progenies. So I have said here, आपण त्यांचं R आणि B मधलं डिस्टन्स शोधण्यासाठी त्याची व्हॅल्यू घ्यायची, त्याला डिवाइड कितीने करायचे? टोटलने, आणि इंटू 100 करायचं. किती येते उत्तर? 1616. सो 16 सेंटीमॉर्गन यू कॅन से. मॉर्गन सायंटिस्ट आहे, सेंटीमीटर म्हणतो आपण, तर सेंटीमॉर्गन म्हणले त्यांनी. MU मॅप युनिट. आयदर यू कॅन राईट CM और यू कॅन से MU. MU आणि CM दोन प्रकारचं युनिट आहेत. युनिट शुड बी देअर. यू कॅन नॉट राईट 16 मीटर or 16 centimeter, centimorgan. So it is clear that distance between R and B is 16. So likewise you can go for D, B and D. How many locations capital B with small d, small b and capital D? How many locations are there? 4 locations. कुठे कुठे आहेत? हिअर आहे, बरोबर. 1, 2, 3 आणि 4. तर तुम्ही त्याची व्हॅल्यू घ्या साईडला. किती आहेत? 105 प्लस 4 102 डिवायडेड बाय टोटल 1800 इंटू 100. व्हॉट इज आन्सर? 12 सेंटीमॉर्गन और मॅप युनिट. नाव थर्ड इज रिमेनिंग काय राहिलं आता आर डी, कॅपिटल आर अँड स्मॉल डी, स्मॉल आर अँड कॅपिटल डी. बरोबर ना. कुठे किती लोकेशन आहे अशा? 4च असणार आहे. मग कुठले आहेत इकडे बघा. हे नाही, 1 2 3 हे 4. किती त्यांचं? 41 4 41च ना, डिवाइडेड बाय 1800 इंटू 100 5 सेंटीमॉर्गन और मॅप युनिट. सो वी यूजिंग आवर व्हॅल्यूज. काय व्हॅल्यू आले होते आता मी इथं लिहितो. फॉर आर and B, what was value? 16. R and D 5 and B and D 12. So already we have studied that D gene is located at center, R gene and B genes are located aside. पण त्याचा डिस्टन्स तुम्हाला लिहायचा असेल तर याच्यामध्ये तुम्हाला सगळ्यात जास्त व्हॅल्यू काय दिसते? आर आणि बी ची. सो यू कॅन से आर अँड बी आर 16 centimorgan or 16 map unit. Distance between R and D 5. So you can write here 5 centimorgan and distance between D and B 12 centimorgan. In this way you have created gene distance between genes. So third problem is very simple, finding out coefficient of interference. Coefficient of interference. I will just keep this map here. On the basis of this map data, we can calculate coefficient of interference. So instead of writing full word, I will write COI, coefficient of interference, is equal to 1 minus coefficient of coincidence. Coefficient of coincidence. आता what do you mean by coefficient of coincidence? कोइन्सिडेंस झालं काय ते? कोएफिशिएंट, अरे बरोबर आहे की, कोएफिशिएंट ऑफ कोइन्सिडेंस येते COC. आता हाऊ यू कॅन कॅल्क्युलेट कोएफिशिएंट ऑफ कोइन्सिडेंस? देयर इज अ फॉर्म्युला. कोएफिशिएंट ऑफ कोइन्सिडेंस इज इक्वल टू डबल क्रॉस ओव्हर व्हॅल्यू डिवायडेड बाय फ्रिक्वेन्सी और प्रोबॅबिलिटी अँड टोटल. बरोबर ना, एवढंच आहे त्याच्यामध्ये. डबल क्रॉसवरचे व्हॅल्यू काय काय आहेत? 4 + 5. सो व्हॉट यू हॅव टू टेक हिअर इज व्हेरी इम्पॉर्टंट. यू हॅव टू टेक दिस 5 ॲज 0.05 इंटू दिस 12 ॲज 0.12. हो, इंटू किती होतं टोटल? 1800. No. We already have studied and we have found out that 16 centimorgan is there. I am telling you which value we have to take here. Only two values, 0.05. If distance between R and D was 10 centimorgan, you could have taken 0.1 here. Okay, I am telling you why we have taken these values. By doing calculation, there is a 9 divided by something will come here and you will get final answer. What will be the answer? 0.83. Very good. So this is your coefficient of coincidence. You are minusing coefficient of coincidence here 0.83. What is the answer? 0.17 is the coefficient of interference. In this way you have completed your law of independent assortment, segregation, 3-point test cross, gene map, gene location, coefficient of coincidence, coefficient of interference. So what is coefficient of interference first of all? So chances of having double crossing over between two closely related gene, crossing over of two double crossing over between two genes. एका हे जे अंतर आहे एवढं आर आणि डी मध्ये डबल क्रॉसिंग ओव्हर व्हायचं चान्सेस किती आहेत किंवा नाही आहेत? एक क्रॉसिंग ओव्हर दुसऱ्या क्रॉसिंग ओव्हरला लगेच होऊन देत नाही शेजारी. वन क्रॉसिंग ओव्हर अवॉइड्स इमिजिएट क्रॉसिंग ओव्हर नियर बाय. इथं एखादं क्रॉसिंग ओव्हर झालं, इथं म्हणतोय मी तुम्हाला. आता आपण असं म्हणलं आर डी आणि बी. वन्स क्रॉसिंग ओव्हर टेक्स प्लेस हिअर, इकडे बघा, वन क्रॉसिंग ओव्हर टेकन प्लेस हिअर, अनदर क्रॉसिंग ओव्हर विल नॉट टेक्स प्लेस हिअर इमिजिएटली नियर बाय. सो कोएफिशिएंट ऑफ इंटरफरन्स मीन्स one crossing over interferes with another crossing over nearby. To find out this, you have to go for coefficient of coincidence. With this formula you can find coefficient of coincidence. Once you get coefficient of coincidence, you can find out coefficient of interference. So we have studied here many things. With one example, you can find out coefficient of coincidence, interference, gene map, linkage, everything with different examples. थांबतो इथं मी याच्यामध्ये. ऑलरेडी आपलं बरंच बोलणं झालेलं आहे. एक एक्झाम्पल मी तुम्हाला देतो परत एकदा मुद्दामून, जेणेकरून तुम्ही 100% क्लिअर होऊन जाईल. काही डाऊटच नको राहिला. आळस नका देऊ सकाळ सकाळ. रात्री उशिरा झोपलं की असं होतं.